My dear senior friend, imagine I told you that one of the sweetest tropical fruits you've always believed was completely safe and good for you could, in some situations, actually harm your health and even put your life in danger if you eat it the wrong way. I'm talking about papaya. For many generations, papaya has been praised as a powerful natural healing food. It is full of digestive enzymes that can soothe your intestines, antioxidants that calm inflammation, and vitamins that support your immune system and protect your eyesight. In many Asian and Latin American cultures, people have long called papaya the fruit of long life. But there is a shocking side to this story. Most people have no idea that papaya also has a risky side. If you ignore it, it can lead to stomach discomfort, interfere with certain medications, cause bacterial infections, and even trigger reactions that may be very dangerous. What is most frightening is that many of these problems come from very simple, everyday mistakes, habits we repeat without even noticing. During my years of studying nutrition for older adults, I've seen that the difference between a food that heals and a food that harms often lies in how you prepare it, store it, and eat it. With papaya, this line is especially thin. When you handle it correctly, it can support digestion, protect your heart, and strengthen your immune defenses. When you handle it poorly, this same fruit can quietly damage your health. That's why, in today's video, we will uncover 6 serious mistakes with papaya that you must absolutely avoid, and we will see how to enjoy it in a safe way so you can receive all of its wonderful benefits without adding risk to your life. You may want to keep a pen nearby, because some of these points will truly surprise you. But before we begin, I'd like to ask you something. Do you eat papaya often? Have you ever noticed any strange or uncomfortable reactions after eating it? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what another senior needs to hear today to better understand their own body. Now, let's move on to mistake number 1. Throwing away the papaya seeds. This hidden treasure. Senior friend, be honest with me for a moment. How many times have you sliced open a ripe papaya, scooped out those shiny black seeds, and thrown them straight into the trash without even thinking? If you've done that for years, don't feel guilty. Almost everyone does the same thing. But there is something important you should know. Each time you throw those seeds away, you are actually discarding one of nature's strongest natural medicines. The seeds may look tiny and unimportant, but they are packed with powerful nutrients. Research published in the Journal of Food Science has shown that papaya seeds contain broad-spectrum antibacterial compounds strong enough to fight dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Staphylococcus. Another study in phytochemistry found that papaya seeds are rich in a natural compound called benzocyanate, which has been shown to help kill intestinal parasites. And that's not the only benefit. The seeds also contain the digestive enzyme papain, which helps break large protein molecules into smaller, easier-to-absorb pieces. For older adults, this is especially important. As we age, stomach acid tends to decrease, and the body has a harder time digesting protein-rich foods. Poor digestion over time can lead to faster loss of muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. Just a few papaya seeds after meals can make a big difference in how well your body uses the nutrients from your food. On top of that, papaya seeds provide oleic and palmitic acids, which have anti-inflammatory effects and help protect your joints and tissues. They are also loaded with antioxidants, flavonoids, and phenolic compounds that neutralize free radicals, support heart health, and slow down cellular aging. However, there is an important warning. Even something very healthy can become harmful when taken in excess. Studies show that large amounts of papaya seed extract may be toxic to the liver. For your safety, the suggested intake should not be more than about 5 to 6 fresh seeds per day, or around 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried, ground seeds sprinkled into smoothies or over salads. Important safety reminder for seniors. If you are pregnant, you should completely avoid papaya seeds. They can stimulate the uterus and trigger contractions. And if you are taking blood-thinning medication, but this misunderstanding can turn papaya from a healing food into a real digestive nightmare. Here is the reason. Unripe papaya contains extremely high levels of papain, the same enzyme that makes ripe papaya so helpful for digestion. In a green fruit, papain levels can be 10 to 15 times higher than in a ripe one. At that dose, papain doesn't just help break down the proteins in your food, it can also start to damage the delicate lining of your stomach. Seniors who eat unripe papaya often report sudden heartburn, nausea, diarrhea, and painful stomach cramps. For someone who already has a sensitive digestive system, the irritation can become overwhelming. And for pregnant women, the danger is even greater. In traditional medicine, unripe papaya was once used as a natural way to induce miscarriage. Modern research supports this risk. The concentrated papain in green papaya can trigger uterine contractions, increase the chance of miscarriage in early pregnancy, and even contribute to premature labor later on. If you're sensitive to latex, or if you tend to react to foods like banana, avocado, kiwi, or chestnut, green papaya is more likely to trigger problems such as itching, hives, or even a tight feeling in your throat. You might be wondering, if unripe papaya can cause these issues, why do some countries still use it in popular dishes like green papaya salad? The key is how it's used and in what amount. In cuisines that regularly use green papaya, for example in the Thai dish som tam, the papaya is finely shredded, then salted or soaked in lime juice or fermented fish sauce. It's then combined with fats, peanuts, and fresh herbs. All these steps help tone down the enzyme activity and naturally limit how much you eat in one serving. So how can you avoid making this mistake yourself? Always choose fully ripe papayas. Look for a papaya whose skin is mostly yellow, with just a touch of green near the stem. Gently press near the top. A ripe papaya will give slightly under your fingers. You should notice a sweet, tropical smell, and when you cut it open, the flesh should be a deep yellow-orange with dark seeds inside. If you bring home a papaya that's still green, don't rush to slice it. Leave it at room temperature for a few days until it ripens on its own. To speed things up, you can place it in a paper bag with a banana. The natural ethylene gas from the banana will help the papaya reach perfect ripeness more quickly. In short, unripe papaya is not just less tasty, it can actually be harmful. When you respect the natural ripening process, you can enjoy papaya's real healing benefits without putting your digestion or safety at risk. Now, let's move on to mistake number 3. Overlooking how papaya can interact with your medications, even though it's probably the last food you'd think to worry about in that way. Let's be honest, it's easy to think, it's just a fruit, what harm can it do? But for many seniors, that way of thinking leads to one of the most overlooked and dangerous mistakes. Here's why. Papaya is not only food. It's full of active compounds, from vitamin K to strong enzymes like papain, that behave almost like natural medicines inside your body. When these natural compounds mix with prescription drugs, the results can range from mildly risky to truly life-threatening. Let's start with blood thinners such as warfarin. Papaya contains vitamin K, which plays a direct role in blood clotting. If you eat too much papaya, it can work against your medication and reduce how well it protects you. The scary part is what that means in real life. This can increase your chance of forming blood clots, which may lead to a stroke, a blood clot in the lungs, or even a heart attack. One serving of papaya will not cause this in most people, but when you eat large amounts regularly, it can quietly interfere with the medicine that is supposed to keep your blood flowing safely. Next, we need to talk about anti-inflammatory drugs. Papain, the enzyme that makes papaya so helpful for digestion, can actually boost the effects of medicines like ibuprofen and corticosteroids. On paper, that might sound good, more pain relief with the same dose. But in reality, it can be dangerous. By strengthening the action of these drugs, papaya can raise the risk of stomach bleeding, ulcers, and extra stress on the kidneys. There is also the problem of how your body absorbs medication. Papaya has a mild laxative effect and speeds up how quickly food and pills move through your intestines. That means your medicines may not stay long enough in your digestive tract to be fully absorbed. For certain drugs, especially slow-release tablets, heart medications, diabetes treatments, and immunosuppressants, this is a serious issue. If they pass through too fast, your body never receives the full dose, and your health condition can slip out of control very quickly. Think about this real-life situation. A 60-year-old man on blood pressure medicine started eating papaya every morning with breakfast after reading about its benefits for digestion. Within a few weeks, his blood pressure rose to a dangerous level. What happened? Because his digestion was moving faster, his medication was not being fully absorbed. He was taking his pills every day, but his body was reacting as if he had skipped them. So what can we learn from this? The answer is balance. If you are on long-term medication, keep your papaya intake to about 1 cup per week. And remember, when you eat it and how often you eat it matters just as much as the amount. Take your medicines at least 2 hours before or 2 hours after eating papaya, so the way your body absorbs them is not disturbed. Stay observant. It can really help to keep a simple food diary and write down any unusual symptoms you notice. Dizziness, unusual tiredness, changes in blood sugar, or easy bruising that you can't explain. Bring these notes to your doctor. If you are on blood thinners, heart medications, diabetes drugs, or immunosuppressants, make sure your healthcare provider knows how often you eat papaya. In short, papaya can act like a healing fruit, but when it is mixed with certain medicines, it can also become a hidden threat. Don't underestimate its power. When you respect these interactions, you can still enjoy papaya while keeping your health protected. Mistake number 4 is believing that more papaya is always better. We've all heard the saying, if something is healthy, eat a lot of it. But with papaya, that way of thinking can backfire in a painful and sometimes worrying way. Yes, papaya is packed with nutrients. Just 1 cup gives you about 98% of your daily vitamin C, more than 30% of your daily vitamin A, plus fiber, antioxidants, and enzymes that support digestion. However, when you start eating it in large quantities, this healing fruit can quickly turn into a problem. Papaya is quite high in dietary fiber, around 2.5 grams per cup. That may not sound like much, but if you eat 2 or 3 cups in a single day, your digestive system can suddenly become overloaded. What happens then? You may experience strong diarrhea, stomach cramps, a lot of gas, and nausea. Instead of feeling light and refreshed, you end up stuck in the bathroom, dehydrated and uncomfortable. The digestive enzymes in papaya, especially papain, are another double-edged sword. In small amounts, they calm the stomach and help your body break down proteins. But in large amounts, they can overstimulate your digestive tract, causing irritation in the stomach lining, extra acid production, heartburn, and even erosion of the stomach's protective surface. For anyone already dealing with acid reflux, ulcers, or gastritis, eating too much papaya is like pouring oil on a fire. And then there is one more surprising cosmetic side effect to be aware of, called carotenemia. Papaya is loaded with beta-carotene, the natural pigment that gives its flesh that deep yellow-orange color. But when you eat too much of it, those pigments can start to build up in your body. The palms of your hands, the bottoms of your feet, and even the whites of your eyes may take on a yellow-orange tint. This is not dangerous, and it does go away, but it can be quite frightening if you don't understand what's happening. Many people mistake this color change for jaundice and become very worried for no reason. Science has clearly shown that even healthy foods can cause problems when we overdo them. Nutritional guidelines suggest not eating more than 1 cup of papaya per day, and ideally enjoying it 4 to 5 times a week instead of every single day. This rhythm gives your digestive system time to reset, lowers the risk of irritation from the enzymes, and keeps your overall nutrient intake more balanced. The truth is, papaya is not a magic cure. It cannot, on its own, stop cancer, replace your diabetes medicine, or erase inflammation if you are eating huge amounts. Papaya is a powerful helper in your diet, but only when it fits into a wider, balanced nutrition plan. A safe approach is this: keep your portion to about 5 to 40 grams, roughly 1 cup at a time, and not more than that. Spread your papaya servings across the week, about 4 to 5 times weekly rather than every day. Pay attention to warning signs like ongoing diarrhea, frequent heartburn, yellowing of the skin, or unusual fatigue. These are your body's way of telling you that you are pushing things too far. Remember, good health doesn't come from overloading one single food. It comes from balance. With papaya, less truly can mean more. Now let's look at mistake number 5, storage disasters. When poor handling and keeping of papaya turns this juicy fruit into a hidden source of food-borne illness. Because papaya is so moist, sweet, and refreshing, it is also delicate and risky if it is not stored correctly. With its high water content and natural sugars, cut or poorly handled papaya can quickly become the perfect environment for harmful bacteria to grow, including germs like Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, and Staphylococcus. These are not small or harmless risks. They can lead to severe diarrhea, stomach pain, fever, and dehydration. And this is especially dangerous for seniors, whose immune systems are often weaker. Here's the timeline most people don't realize. For about 1 hour at room temperature, the risk is low. After 2 hours, bacteria begin to multiply quickly. Leave the fruit out for several hours and it becomes high risk. After more than 6 hours, it can be genuinely unsafe to eat. Think about it. How many times have you left a cut fruit sitting on the table just for a little while and then come back to eat it much later? With papaya, that simple habit can quietly undermine your health. So how can you store papaya safely? For a whole fruit, keep it at room temperature until it ripens. You'll know it's ready when the skin is mostly yellow. It gives slightly when you press it gently, and it releases a sweet smell. Once it's ripe, put it in the refrigerator. Properly stored, it will usually stay good for about 5 to 7 days. Always keep papayas away from direct sunlight and hot surfaces. The real trouble often starts after the fruit is cut. As soon as you slice papaya, it should go straight into the fridge in a clean, tightly closed container and be eaten within 2 to 3 days at most. After that point, bacterial growth can make it unsafe, even if it still looks fine. Keep your refrigerator at 4 degrees Celsius, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, or lower. One more important step. Rinse the outside of the papaya under cool running water for at least 30 seconds before cutting. This helps remove dirt, pesticide residue, and germs that could be carried from the peel to the flesh by your knife. Use clean knives and cutting boards, ideally with separate boards for fruit and raw meat, to avoid cross-contamination. Glass containers are the best option for storage. They don't react with food, are easy to disinfect, and keep papaya fresh better than many plastic boxes. Food safety specialists remind us that tropical fruits like papaya spoil faster than apples or pears because they contain more sugar and water. What looks like a simple, harmless snack can turn into a serious infection risk if you ignore basic storage rules. So the lesson is clear. Treat papaya as a delicate fruit. When you store it properly, you're not only keeping its taste and nutrients, you're also protecting your gut, your immune system, and your long-term health. Now, let's move on to mistake number 6. The secret weapon of papaya is papain, a strong enzyme that helps break down proteins, makes digestion easier, and improves how your body absorbs nutrients. This is one of the main reasons papaya is so often praised as a healing fruit. But here's something many people don't realize. For some individuals, papain can also act as a hidden allergen. It can trigger reactions that range from mild discomfort to serious, life-threatening emergencies. Many seniors make the mistake of thinking, it's natural, so it must be safe for everyone. Sadly, that's not always true. In reality, sensitivity to papain is more common than most people think, and ignoring the early warning signs can put your health at real risk. The first signals are often very subtle. A tingling or burning feeling in the mouth when you eat papaya. A slight stomach discomfort. Unusual bloating within about 30 minutes after eating it. Or small rashes, redness, or itching on the skin after touching the fruit or its juice. These signs are easy to dismiss as just a little indigestion or a bit of skin irritation, but they are your body's way of saying that papain may not be working in your favor. If these signals are ignored, the reaction can move to a much more serious level. Swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, ongoing stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, widespread rash, hives, wheezing, chest tightness, or difficulty breathing. In rare but documented cases, papain has even triggered anaphylaxis, a severe, rapid allergic reaction that can cause dizziness, a racing heartbeat, a sudden drop in blood pressure, and even loss of consciousness. Medical reports confirm that papain-induced anaphylaxis, while uncommon, can occur, especially in people who already have other sensitivities. And what may be even more surprising is the added risk of cross-reaction with other allergies. If you're allergic to papain, there's a good chance you may also react to latex, because papaya shares similar proteins with the sap of the rubber tree and with several other tropical fruits like kiwi, pineapple, and figs. Certain meat tenderizers and some digestive supplements that contain papain extract can also trigger reactions. This means that a sensitivity to papaya may actually be part of a bigger allergy pattern that you haven't fully noticed yet. So how can you stay safe? Start by keeping a simple food diary. Write down what you eat and how your body feels afterward. If you suspect papaya is a problem, an elimination plan under medical supervision can be very helpful. You can also ask your doctor about allergy testing to see if papain is really the cause. For those whose sensitivity is confirmed, complete avoidance is the only truly safe choice. Even tiny amounts can be enough to set off a reaction. Don't minimize this issue. For most people, papaya is a nourishing, healing fruit. But for those who are sensitive to papain, it can quietly wear down health, disturb the immune system, and in the worst cases, become life-threatening. In short, listen carefully to your body. If papaya makes you feel worse instead of better, it may simply not be the right superfood for you. Honor your limits and talk with your healthcare professional about safer alternatives that still support your health. When it's eaten in the right way, the remarkable benefits of papaya truly shine. After hearing about the 6 critical mistakes, it's easy to start thinking papaya is dangerous. But the real truth is this: when used wisely, papaya is one of nature's most powerful healing foods. Its enzymes, antioxidants, and nutrients can improve digestion, strengthen your immune defenses, and even help slow some age-related decline. The key is respect and moderation. 1. A natural helper for your digestion. The star enzyme in papaya, papain, acts like a gentle assistant for your stomach. It breaks down proteins into smaller, easier to absorb pieces, so your digestive system doesn't have to work as hard. This becomes especially important for seniors because natural enzyme production often decreases with age. Enjoyed regularly in sensible amounts, papaya can ease bloating, calm indigestion, and support better absorption of the nutrients in your meals. 2. Papaya is a wonderful natural source of vitamin C. Just 1 cup of fresh papaya gives you around 96 milligrams of vitamin C, close to 98% of your daily needs, and even more than many oranges. Vitamin C helps your immune system stay strong, supports collagen production for healthy skin and joints, and helps wounds heal faster. When you combine this with papaya's natural antioxidants, you get a kind of shield that helps your body defend itself against infections and daily environmental stress. Papaya is also rich in beta-carotene, lycopene, and zeaxanthin, powerful compounds known to fight oxidative stress. These antioxidants protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals, calm long-term inflammation, and support your heart and blood vessels over the years. Studies even show that fermented papaya can lower oxidative stress in older adults and in people with pre-diabetes, helping tired, aging cells regain better balance. 4. Protection for your eyes and skin. With more than 1,500 international units of vitamin A per serving, papaya nourishes both your vision and your skin. Beta-carotene and zeaxanthin help protect against macular degeneration, while lycopene supports skin elasticity and reduces damage from the sun. Many seniors who add papaya regularly to their diet notice a brighter complexion, fewer age spots, and clearer vision over time. 5. Anti-inflammatory and immune support. Research suggests that papain and other bioactive compounds in papaya can calm inflammatory pathways while helping to balance immune responses. This makes papaya especially helpful for people dealing with arthritis, autoimmune issues, or low-level chronic inflammation. A small portion before meals may help ease inflammatory flare-ups and support more stable energy throughout the day. 6. Weight management and recovery support. Papaya is naturally low in calories but high in fiber and water, which makes it an excellent choice for healthy weight control. Its enzymes assist in breaking down proteins, which supports muscle recovery, especially after gentle exercise or physical therapy sessions. Combined with its steady energy release, papaya becomes a smart addition to a senior-friendly eating plan. How to eat papaya the right way. An ideal serving is about 1 cup, roughly 100 grams of fresh papaya, enjoyed 4 to 5 times per week. The best times are about 30 minutes before a meal to help digestion or after activity to support antioxidant recovery. It's better to avoid eating papaya late at night because its natural sugars can interfere with deep, restful sleep. And finally, think about how you space out and rotate papaya through your weekly routine so your body can enjoy its benefits without overload. Take a 1-week break from papaya every 3 months. This short pause helps your body avoid becoming too used to its enzymes. In other words, when you treat papaya with respect and use it wisely, it's more than just a tasty food. It becomes a functional remedy straight from nature. Used correctly, papaya can make digestion easier, support your immune system, give your skin a healthy glow, protect your eyesight, and calm down inflammation. For seniors especially, papaya offers a gentle but powerful way to stay active, resilient, and full of life. So in the end, papaya can be one of the most healing fruits on earth, or a quiet danger for your health, depending entirely on how you eat it. In this guide, we uncovered the 6 major mistakes: throwing away the seeds, eating papaya when it's still unripe, ignoring medicine interactions, overdoing the portions, storing it the wrong way, and overlooking allergies. We also saw that when you eat papaya in the right way, it becomes a real source of strength for your digestion, immunity, skin, vision, and long-term vitality. The message is simple. It's not only what you eat, but how you eat it that decides whether it helps you heal or slowly harms you. When you respect papaya's power, prepare it properly, and pay attention to how your body responds, you can unlock all these amazing benefits without putting your health at risk. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you eat papaya often? Have you ever noticed strange reactions, or have you personally felt some of these healing effects? Tell your story in the comments. Your experience might encourage someone else to take better care of their health. If today's guide helped you see papaya in a new light, tap the like button, share this video with a friend who enjoys papaya, and remember to subscribe so you don't miss future evidence-based health tips from Dodgeless Vitality. Together, we're building a community where seniors can thrive, stay strong, and grow older with confidence. Never forget, knowledge is power, but knowledge put into practice is what truly changes your life. Let papaya stand on your side as your ally, not your opponent.